Now, do you think you could run 100 metres in stilettos?
I think 100 metres would seem very long in stilettos.
Well, participants in what could be the world's largest high heel race will find out today when they take part in a Guinness World Record attempt for the most people running in the uncomfortable footwear.
That's right, they're raising funds for the Warwick Cancer Foundation, which supports young adults fighting cancer. Former ABC journalist Claire Atkinson was just 29 when she was diagnosed with a rare and incurable form of cancer. She's taking part in the high heel race and joins us from St Kilda now. Good morning to you, Claire. I can see you've got a bit of a turnout there behind you at St Kilda.
Yes.
Now, a high heel race in doing 100 metres in stilettos, that's no mean feat, pardon the pun, but how are things shaping up there this morning for this world record to be broken?
Well, I think we've got, we're still a little short, so we're trying to rope some people in down here who are walking past because the race is taking part in the St Kilda Festival, so there's a lot of people down here anyway for the festival, so we're still hopeful that we might be able to get there yet.
So you've been doing lots of practice though?
Well, I'm a little unstable on my feet, so I think my run is going to be a little more of a waddle rather than a run. I haven't got my shoes on yet, but they're on standby and everyone's been practicing, including my dad and my husband, so we'll see how they go as well.
A bit of competition there perhaps among those people who have gathered, your friends and family and supporters there.
Yes.
Who do you think might come across the line first?
Well, my dad is convinced he's going to do it. He's been practicing for a couple of weeks, so we'll see.
Now tell us a little bit about the Warwick Cancer Foundation, which you're raising money for.
So the Warwick Cancer Foundation is the only foundation in Australia that supports adults with cancer under 40. So most organisations that provide cancer support are aimed at a younger age group, teenagers or under 25s, or their general age. So because of the nature of cancer, that means that most people in those kind of general age groups tend to be middle-aged or older. So if you're in your late 20s or early 30s, it can be really isolating, sitting in hospital with people who are 65 plus and you're the only person in there who's under 35. So being able to connect with other people going through a similar experience through the Warwick Cancer Foundation has just been really, really key for me, and I know it's the same for other members.
And yet you obviously have your own personal experience that you draw on in terms of sharing this message about the Warwick Cancer Foundation. How important have they been for you?
It's just been invaluable to be able to ask questions of people who have been through or are going through the same experience, to be able to link up with people. Say, when I started my chemotherapy, the doctors explain a certain amount, but there's still so much medical jargon and terms that you just don't really understand. And so being able to meet people, or we have an online forum where you can go in and ask questions confidentially, say, well, what does this mean? What's this going to happen? How did you feel when this thing happened? Or even just to be able to vent and rant and get those feelings of anger and sadness out and share those with people going through the same experience. It's just, I can't overemphasize how important that has been.
Yes, it really does sound like peer support is something that people really do find crucial.
Yes, yeah, certainly. As I said, it's very isolating, and when you're first diagnosed, I was 29, it was about 15 months ago now, you think, why me? Am I the only person who this has happened to? And then through an organisation like Warwick Cancer Foundation, I found out that, sadly, in some ways it has happened to other people, but as anyone who's been through any kind of traumatic event, I'm sure, would say, being able to link up with people who understand that experience is really key. And the foundation also tries to provide support in other ways, by perhaps a hotel stay or a spa treatment or tickets to the footy, that kind of thing. So that's kind of where the money is going, just to provide some nice experiences when you're going through this really stressful time.
Claire Atkinson, wonderful to be able to speak to you. Thank you so much for joining us on Weekend Breakfast, and all the best out there. Hope you stay steady on your feet for that 100 metres.